was actually thinking about OnlyFans. A lot of people ask me if I should start OnlyFans. And honestly, it's because I don't like plan on staying in the industry my whole life. No disrespect, but me personally, I have a daughter. I don't want to have that on my back. But the money part is what gets me, because I'm like, if I could bust it open real quick and make money.
Exactly. My thing is with that is people are going to talk regardless, right? So
that's true.
People are going to talk regardless. That's the part that people don't understand, right? My thing is, it's really up to you, right? And it's also how you teach your child, right?
Yeah.
Because if I don't have any kids, but if I had
don't do it, it's a trap.
If I had a daughter, I would teach her, of course, age appropriate, of course.
Yeah.
That, there's this shit out here, because this is why it's been a boom now. Because the problem is, there's a lot of people that we've shunned this for so long.
Oh yeah, now it's like everybody is a stripper.
Yeah.
I actually come from a line of entertainers. So my great-grandmother, her name was Simple Dolly. She was a burlesque dancer. And then my grandmother, which is my mom's mom, she was a dancer. And her name was Bambi.
Oh wow.
And then my mom was a bartender. So I come from the nightlife. Yeah.
Did they teach you?
No, it was more of, I worked a lot of different jobs, and I did CNA and all this other BS, and I was like, I'm too pretty to be over here wiping asses. My best friend was actually dancing in Milwaukee, and we had moved in together, and I was freshly 18. So I'm like, she came back with 2 racks in like one shift, and I'm like, man,
how did you do that?
Can you teach me that? So then my first night we went, and basically I had that in my mind that night, because I did so well that I was just like, I can really do this shit,
Yeah, I believe
and now that I'm smarter, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the problem is once again, when it comes down to it, it's the lack of teaching.
Yeah.
It really is.
The game ain't free, baby. That's number one.
But if you're talking about with your family, it is, because that's where you teach your family. That's where your family is. If you got a younger, if I had a son or a daughter doing this shit, I'm like, I'll teach him. I'm like, I'll sit him down. I'm like, hey, look, this is what the game is.
Yeah.
Okay. This is how it goes. Find your place. If this is what you want to do, find your place and let's go.
You want to know some advice my grandma told me?
What's up?
She said, if you're gonna be a hoe, be the best hoe you can be.
There you go.
And I took that to heart.
Yeah, listen to grandma.
Right, Miss Dimple Dolly. Listen to her. She knows what's up.
But I think part of the problem now, is like I said, with it being taboo for so long and not properly taught. That now everybody's jumping into it without understanding the issue behind it. What's really going on. How things operate, how things work, the danger.
So that's one of my problems with, I actually had somebody in my family approach me, which is one of my nieces, and she asked me about dancing, because my whole family knows I'm a dancer. It's not a question. She asked me about it, and I basically told her, if you're gonna be in this lifestyle, you have to be very careful. A lot of dangers, a lot of people, you can get roofied, you can get robbed, assaulted, and it's not what social media makes it out to be. They're nice that you're gonna walk out with no money because you're tipping everyone out, because it's a slow night. That's basically what it is. You're not gonna walk out with $1,000 every night.
That's why I do this podcast, because I say this all the time. There's always 2 things. There's people that glorify it, and then there's people that demonize the shit. There's no in between. I want people to understand that both sides have a point. And it's really up to you. And I that's why I get people like yourself. I've talked to Venus. I've talked to Secret. I've talked to even with Shy. With the waitresses, and I'm going to be talking to other people with other points of view. You know what I'm saying? People that are involved in sex work. I want to get their opinions on things.
I feel
I want y'all to understand. I want to show y'all this shit.
So every dancer, I can say, does have a different outlook on things.
Yes.
Because of, what they allow, what they don't allow, and their boundaries and stuff like that, which is normal, just like any normal person. And my biggest problem that I've been running into is dating while being an entertainer.
The only reason why dating's a problem is because you ain't shoot your shot with me. I
would have missed it though. I'm like,
no, you wouldn't have.
Really?
I would have called it.
We should have been said something.
You should have told me.
So my baby daddy, I met him in the club. Don't ever do that. He knew what I did, whatever. And ended up being, oh, I love your hustle. You're a bad bitch. You make so much money. You're, independent to you whole ass bitch. It switches so fast. That's what you gotta be careful.
So here's my theory on this, right? And I got no guys with this because I do a live segment every so often on my YouTube channel. And I talked about that. How a lot of guys will get mad at girls that do this shit.
Yeah, it's because they're insecure.
Part of it. But it's also the exclusivity part, right? I'll show you what I mean. Say we were dating, right?
Okay.
We're dating. And you send me pictures in your outfit and stuff like that, right? And it's strictly for me.
Yeah.
And I know it's for me. You haven't been doing anything, I'm cool with it.
Right.
But now that if I know that it's not, this is your profession, it's a problem.
Well, I feel.
See what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys are mad because it's not exclusive to them.
I get that, but if you knew what I did, before we got serious, you really can't get mad about I'm gonna send you a picture before I go on the floor or while I'm on the floor or that type of stuff. I have a boyfriend right now, and it's kind of weird. It's about to end anyway, so don't worry about it.
I'm about to go shoot my shot right now. I got my bag with my basketball and the DJ booth. I'm about to shoot my shot.
All right. I'm gonna be looking. So it's kind of a touchy thing because a man has to be really secure to date a stripper.
Okay.
And that's one of my biggest problems is before I started dating my man, it was a man wouldn't take me too seriously because of my profession.
Right, a lot of men won't. And that's the unfortunate reality.
But personally, I'm a good woman. They're missing out. They're missing out on a good woman because of what I do. But if you were a janitor or a fucking garbage, you did the garbage and shit. But you're a good man. Why should a woman judge you on what you do for work?
It's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. Now, like I said, as somebody that works in the industry that understands.
Well, and you also see a lot of stuff too, so I imagine.
I'm a little bit more understanding, but there's some guys that don't. And I do understand where a lot of the guys are coming from because there's some guys that are their concerns are valid. Right, they understand that it's dangerous in here sometimes, and sometimes things can't.
It's dangerous everywhere. It's even dangerous at HEB. There was a shootout at fucking HEB.
Exactly, but you get the point.
Yeah.
So, but there are some guys that are once again, they don't understand.
It's because they got issues and they haven't dealt with them yet. So if you got issues like that, don't date. Period. Don't even date somebody that's a nurse. There's men. You can't expect a woman to work anywhere without working with men. And if you have a problem with your woman being around men in general, then that's some issues that you need to work on. That's not something that I need to work on. That means you shouldn't even be dating. Me personally.
She said it. I didn't say shit.
No, actually, there was a guy that I was talking to, and I ended up finding out he was a drug dealer, and I was kind of because he seemed like a businessman. Yeah. He didn't tell me what he did for work until later on. Yeah. Because I didn't expect it. Yeah. White boy, I was okay. No, D-boy as fuck. And it was a deal breaker for me because that's illegal. I don't want to be in the car while you trafficking shit, And I'm just over here shaking my ass. That's what you worried about? But you got drugs in the car? No. Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
You about to go to jail for a while. And he's trying to stop you. And then he get locked up. And then now you got to be back here.
I'm putting money on your books. What the fuck? How do you think I'm making this money?
I put money on this man.
Hey.
It's the double standards for me. Me personally, I'm open to the idea of dating a stripper because to be honest with you, I'm single as hell, and I've never dated a stripper. Ever. There's certain things that I just don't play with. You know what I'm saying? Just respect me enough to say, hey, look, if we have a conversation, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Like how we talking now?
Yeah.
Let's talk. Let's have a conversation.
Well, that's a major problem nowadays. People don't know how to communicate. They're so quick to pop off. They're so quick to, act like children. And I honestly feel like if you're not able to communicate with somebody that you're with, then you shouldn't be dating them.
Fair. That's fair.
That's if you're a doctor and a nurse dating, or a teacher and a fucking whatever dating. Like, if you guys cannot communicate, then there's nothing for you guys to even be like trying to work on. Like, not work on, but like not a reason you guys should be together. Fair.
So when you're dealing with the person that you're with, like the person that you were, or I don't know what the situation is now, but almost done. It's time is ticking. Time's ticking.
Got one more time to talk to me wrong, and I'm.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Like I said, I try not to pry into people's shit unless they tell me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because as long as you know me, because when I go home, I'm home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the most we talked in this video. So I'm like, but I don't, like I said, I try to be respectful regardless, you know what I'm saying? Because I try not to be all of people's business. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm around beautiful women all day. But at the end of the day, me personally, I just, like I said, if it happens, it happens. It don't know well. Like, I try to shoot my shot, like, even with business stuff, right? So I shit you not, one day I try to work with. Like, even with the business stuff, like, if people want, like, the shirt stuff, I told her specifically, I need you to do something simple for me with the shirts, right? Okay, we don't see each other often. So, in the meantime, I want you to take a picture with the shirt that you have, that I ordered for you, and send it to me. Ask me if I got a picture yet.
You haven't got a picture? I think I know who you're talking about. That's some hot tea, though. But
I'm not
I think I already know what you're talking about. But honestly,
it's like I said. Now, I take that as if you can't do that.
Yeah, it's a respect thing. Like, I feel like people just don't. I don't want to say they don't respect you, or people don't know how to respect each other in general.
Yeah.
Like,
and I get it. People are busy. I've always understood that people are busy, right? Like I said, I've been understanding. So I'm at that weird phase now where I'm like, I understand, but then I don't. Because it's like, I understand you're busy, but also we make time for what we want.
It's not a priority then.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We make time for what we want.
Yeah.
So y'all don't understand. Like what I'm doing is like, I'm literally trying to build a business here.
Yeah.
How you doing? Good to see you. But one of the things I work on. You know what I'm saying? It's about respect. So 1 second, y'all.
Hi friends, follow me at MarieLoveXO __ I think. And come see me at Diamonds and Tiffany's. I promise you have the best time of your life.
The Dynasty